Hello learners, and welcome to week 28 of Modern World 2. We are finishing up the project Continuity and Change since the Cold War, so you will complete your 2 projects this week and turn them in. If you're on pace, which hopefully you are, you can see here we have worked our way through the checkpoints, and you looked at your evidence-based explanation last week, and like I said, this week you are completing your 2 final projects. Okay, so you can see the Cold War in Latin America and then your topic. The Cold War in Latin America deals with what was the most significant impact of U.S. Cold War actions on Latin America. And we've looked at a lot of different things, lots of different resources, and you can tell me. You can look back at one of your other previous checkpoints, and then you needed to pick a topic, which you hopefully picked last week, that deals with the Cold War and how it continued and changed from the Cold War time period. Okay, so your learning target is I can successfully describe the most significant impact of U.S. Cold War actions on Latin America. And then we're going to brainstorm some of the countries that were affected during the Cold War as a result of U.S. actions. You can think back about what you learned about Argentina, Chile, Honduras, El Salvador. If you're having a hard time recalling, please think back at some of your previous checkpoints you completed. Okay, so think about what the U.S. has done to the various countries that we've learned about. And that's definitely going to help you with your final project. Okay, so please remember the goal for the second final project is to trace a topic from the Cold War today and see what impacts it had and how it changed over time. You will connect the topic to the phenomena of continuity and change. You need to make sure you select a Cold War topic if you have not done so. There's a list provided in checkpoint number 3, or select one of your own. You can select other readings once you select a topic. Okay, so once you find out what topic you're picking, there are some choices in the previous checkpoint, and then once you pick a topic you can do more research on that topic. Okay, there's a video that discusses post-war Latin America politics. You can watch the beginning of the video, and then there's a flashcards on Quizlet on Latin America and the Cold War. Okay, and then what new information have you learned on your selected Cold War topic? So tell me some things that you've learned. And then again, we're going to do a quiz on the Cold War in Latin America. It's just a short one. And then you elaborate for this project after having learned about the U.S. Cold War actions on Latin America and some of the lasting impacts from the Cold War. Learners will complete the final projects for continuity and change since the Cold War. So again, you're telling me how things changed, how they continued. You're also going to tell us, the most dramatic thing that the U.S. did that really affected Latin America during the Cold War. And you are making the timeline, which you probably should have started last week, or hopefully started with the previous checkpoint, kind of going through your topic and showing where it has gone throughout the various years. How has it changed? How has it stayed the same? Okay, so here's another better picture here. So the final product number 1 is what was the most significant impact of U.S. Cold War actions on Latin America? So you're going to tell me, what did we do that had the most direct actions on Latin America? And then you can kind of put some information down here, resilience, resistance, all that stuff. You can answer those. And then your timeline that we've been working on, like I said, dealing with your topic that you picked about the Cold War will go here, and then your evidence-based explanation goes down here, talking about it. How has it changed? How has it continued? Really delving into your topic. Okay, and then tell me what new information you learned from the lesson, which should be quite a bit of information if you really got into your topic. Okay, again, this is just a description. I've gone over this many times about what this project's about. Look at the Cold War. How did it affect Latin America? We're going to investigate the impact of the Cold War in Latin America, considering how it impacts politics, the economy, the quality of life. Further, what are the lasting consequences of the Cold War? You learned about impacts such as how the Cold War initiated destabilization of many Latin American countries, and this in turn led to an immigration crisis. Many people forced out of their homes. Using this information, you can identify which of the U.S. actions had the most significant impact, and you can dive deeply into one long-term consequence of the Cold War and trace the development of a particular Cold War topic or issue. And then we build a timeline, or you will continue to build a timeline that reveals how that issue evolved since the Cold War. And you're going to make sure you your timeline demonstrates phenomena of change and how things continued. So there's probably some things that continued the whole way through and many things that changed along the timeline as well. Okay, so this is just the part one. Again, looking at how things have changed, learning what the Cold War is about, and then we looked at the politics of today. Okay, again, COG skills, we're looking at argumentative claim, selection of evidence, explaining your evidence, as well as tracing the Cold War topic. So organizing, representing your information, evidence-based explanation. And then we're focusing on the habit of curiosity, where you're going to be curious about the past, and it's going to help us understand the present and what could happen in the future. Okay, so any questions or concerns, please reach out to me. Take your time, really pick a topic that you like. If you don't like the current topic that you thought you liked from last week, you can change it. I've had a lot of people focusing on technology, the spying, the different things that happened during the Cold War, and how, our technology is really a result of, us really trying to focus hard about going into space and spying on the Soviets, and, and how have we changed, and how have we remained the same since then. So, pick a topic that interests you and go with it. Okay, thanks so much, guys. Bye.